one of the things I've battled with the most with bipolar is perfectionism. Like I see it in myself, and I see it so many people with bipolar that perhaps it's part of the course. Perhaps we get so stressed out as little kids that we're trying to do everything right and we're afraid of punishment and all this stuff. You know, what do you guys think about like having a more kind of, a less perfectionistic approach to life and bipolar? How do you guys see that?
I carry this idea that because I have a fair knowledge of bipolar and the symptoms, how it works, the treatments of it, because I have this knowledge, I kind of feel like, oh, I should be handling this better. I should be better equipped to get through this episode. I shouldn't be struggling so much. I know too much to struggle this much is a concept I find myself thinking. And that if I just acted on what I know better, I would do it better. Like, and this is all quotation marks. But yeah, like I do have that issue that feeds in this idea. If I did all the things I know I'm supposed to do, I wouldn't be going through this. And it's a really not helpful or accurate thought at all. It's so shameful. It's a lot of shame at this idea. I think that's one of my primary ones is feeling this, I'm here again. I can't believe I'm here again. Over and over and over again.
It's about that repetitive feeling cycle.
Yeah, and it's like no matter what I do, that it's
Perfectionism. I've always tried to be very, as perfect as I possibly can be in so many things. That to a detrimental effect, I think. I think when it comes to, trying to be perfect to everything, learning just to kind of take that down a notch, because then I just overthink. And what I end up wanting to do becomes worse because I'm trying to make it perfect.
Yeah.
And it is like you said, just trying to take a step back and just relax. Okay, just let you'll get through this. And when I'm doing a project or whatever it may be, if I try to be a perfectionist, I think it does have a negative impact on it. Whereas if I just take a step back, and then my brain can process things a little bit easier and better.
Yeah, it sounds like for all of us right now, perfectionism is kind of equating to perfectly navigating our symptoms, like not struggling with them or not letting them hold us back. And I think something I've had to really teach myself is to respect limitations. Respect them. That's an actual relationship I've had to build with them. They're not stupid. They're not there for no reason. They are there for a reason. And I think perfectionism can have this really sharp edge around it. All or nothing. And I think I'm trying. It's a work in progress. But recognizing a limitation and making it more of a pillow than a wall. Like instead of running into it all the time, rest with it. And it's not bad. It's just there.
I'm going to use that analogy.
It's not a wall. Love it.
I mean, it helps to when I've looked at I'm not work. I have these deadlines or I want to work, and no matter how much you want to work, you can't, and it hurts. You're pushing your head into the wall trying to make it happen. But then when I look at the fact that I have the benefit of stepping back, I have the privilege of knowing I'm supported, and that instead I'll just rest. I'll do something that a lot of times what I try and do is find just what makes me happy. Just turn away and do something that makes you smile or makes you laugh.
Cool.
If I'm trying to be a perfectionist when I'm low, there's just going to be no output. And for me, it is a bit of an all or nothing as well. If I'm low, forget about it. There's nothing really. If I'm stable, I'm like, well, look, I'm in a good place. Everything needs to be perfect. And then when I'm hypomanic, it's like it needs to be world class. So it's that balance. It is something that's kind of on my radar now that never really used to be there. And I think this journey of living with bipolar as well is really about self-awareness and being open to learning about how you react to your highs, your lows, and being balanced as well is really good. I'm a huge advocate of reflection at the moment. I think that when I initially got that diagnosis, is right, okay, this explains a lot of things. In a good way, in a bad way. Then I had that kind of sort of internal battle of, am I just making an excuse because I have bipolar? Or is it accepting the fact that this is because of the illness. And that's been an interesting one to reflect on. It's so variable for me when I'm either high, low, or stable. It's just there's so much different mixed emotions and feelings, and that perfectionism is always there, I think. Especially when I'm low, I'm like, well, I should be doing better. Like I should be, where have I gone wrong? Why am I back here again? Like you were mentioning before, it's like I know a lot about this. How am I letting myself get back into these stages?